The pristine fall foliage of western Pennsylvania serves as the perfect setting for one of harness racing's most prestigious events, the Breeders' Crown. Coming up at Ladbroke at the Meadows, 4 spectacular races, which could determine divisional honors for older horses. The Mare Pace brings together one of the greatest distaff fields of all time. 3 past Breeders' Crown winners and 4 world champions will be on the gate. Town Pro, Caesar's Jackpot, and Cheery Hello hope to say goodbye to the others. The weather outlook tonight is ominous. It is 48 degrees now. The temperature expected to plunge into the low 40s. It has rained intermittently throughout the day, and the forecast is for rain tonight. The track surface could be a factor. The $300,000 Mare Pace, one of the finest collection of older female pacers ever assembled. It is time for the post parade at Ladbroke at the Meadows, and number 1 is Town Pro.
Bruce, one of the best of all time. Her list of accomplishments is lengthy, but she's finding the going tougher this year. She hates to be parked, loves the front end, and couldn't be in a better spot here, as she will most likely be fired out from the rail.
Doug Brown has teamed up with Town Pro for crown victories in 89 and 90. Can this terrific team record a hat trick tonight? Number 2 in this field is LD's Trish.
LD's Trish was runner-up in the Mare Pace last year to Caesar's Jackpot. Maybe just a notch below the fearsome foursome in this year's event. A perfect trip and drive from the 2-hole could certainly put her right in the hunt.
Mark Lancaster, a staple on the New Jersey circuit where he is known as the Columbus Clipper, makes his crown debut. Number 3 is Delinquent Account.
She's the queen of the hill right now, having bested most of the rest in this field in her last 2 starts at Mohawk. She's won as the favorite in 9 of her 10 victories this year, has a decent post position, and the services of the Magic Man.
And the Magic Man is Bill O'Donnell, who gets the assignment. He is second in Breeders' Crown history with 9 victories, but he's been shut out since 1988. Number 4 is Cheery Hello.
Royally bred, superbly managed, trained, and driven, this daughter of Albatross has put in a workmanlike year in 1991. One of 3 Breeders' Crown champs in the field, Cheery Hello must contend with early speed inside, and she'll be leaving from post 4.
Recent Hall of Fame inductee John Campbell is in the sulky. Campbell has over 5,500 race wins. Number 5 in the Mare Pace is Ms. Magic.
Well, she may not be 100% for tonight's race due to a virus and to a lesser extent foot problems, but don't count her out. She wasn't quite herself either when she took a 152-1 world record in beating Delinquent Account, Caesar's Jackpot, and Town Pro in the Roses Are Red final.
Paul MacDonEll, a rising star in the sport, will be the driver of Ms. Magic. He's won $1 million in each of the past 5 years. Number 6 is Caesar's Jackpot.
The fastest lady in the sport of all time, with a time trial mark of 1:49.2 taken earlier this year. She's the defending Mare Pace champion, but she'll have her work cut out for her tonight, facing a stellar field and post position number 6.
Mike LaChance is the pilot. He has the distinction of driving the fastest male and female pacers in the history of the sport. And number 7, completing the field, Candy Superstar.
A nice horse who's been saddled with the outside post. Actually, Bruce, she has the most lifetime wins in the field with 38 now. She can fly around the smaller tracks, but against this field, she might do best to bring her boarding pass.
Dan Burks gets his first Breeders' Crown drive. He is a 4th-generation horseman who hails from Ohio. So there's a look at the complete field for the Mare Pace. What a class of 1985. Caesar's Jackpot, Cheery Hello, LD's Trish, and Ms. Magic. And here are the current odds. Delinquent Account 5-2. Cheery Hello at 7-2. 5-1 on Caesar's Jackpot. As you can see, not an overwhelming choice. Town Pro at 9-5, still getting the most money in this Mare Pace. Well, it's quite a collection of superstars tonight, and Gary Seibel has a look at the many top contenders.
Tonight might well be the last time we'll ever see this assemblage of what has come to be recognized as the greatest group of pacing mares to do battle in a season. Witness, Cheery Hello, 1989 Breeders' Crown and divisional winner, has been solid and consistent. She'll need her best of the year against this bunch.
Well, it's a very competitive group of mares. This is the toughest overall group of mares I think we've had in some time. There's just 6 of them that could jump up and win. Cheery raced extremely well last week in the Milton final. Got locked in and never did get room. But she's supposed to have pace when she's locked in and not used. But if she had gotten out, I think she'd have won that race quite easily. So it's going to depend a lot on the trip and how they break out of the gate.
Caesar's Jackpot, defending Breeders' Crown champ and the fastest fillier mare of all time, has the services of Mike LaChance, who's leery about the competition and the post position.
This year she's got three great mares that she's got to go against. Cherry Yellow's real good, and Town Pro and Delinquent account. So it's just a different competition. But the mare is still racing real good, and she raced very well last week in Mohawk. And she needs to draw a good post position, and she just not getting lucky to get that right now. I drew the 6-hole in the Breeders' Crown, but she's still going to give it a good race.
Then there's Town Pro, who was such a dominating force in the 2- and 3-year-old filly divisions the last couple of years. Well, she's a mare now and up against some real tigresses.
I guess you'd have to say it's about as tough a group of mares as ever been assembled together. These mares battled in the Roses Are Red, of which Town Pro won both eliminations and then drew the 8-hole in the final and was hung out to dry there. And in the Milton Stakes, she put in kind of a lackluster performance and drew the outside there, and then in the final was hung out to dry again. So this time with the rail, I think she's going to be looking for some revenge, and it's going to be kitty bar the door, like come one, come all, but we're going to go.
And the last time these fine females all met was in the Milton Stakes at Mohawk Raceway in Canada on September 28th. The on-the-road-again mare Delinquent account was motoring on the front end all the way, playing Catch Me If You Can.
Delinquent account. Cherry Hello looks for him along the inside. Town Pro still there in between them. Caesar's Jackpot in the far outside. Delinquent account is going to win the final. The Milton Stakes, the mile, 154-1.
Well, it could be better. Town Pro's got the rail. We got the 3-hole, so she's probably going to have control of the race, and we're probably going to take an early run at her. But my mare is a big, tough mare, and it doesn't seem to bother her too much.
There's a look at Delinquent account. 14 for 14 in the money on 5/8 mile tracks and 7 first and 7 second place finishes. Gary Seibel, the rail to Town Pro. How important?
Well, you know, Bruce, you have to have that early speed to make the rail advantageous. Town Pro has it.
Who gets by and who is parked?
Question is, can anybody get by?
Right now to Stan Bergstein.
There may be some question about who the best horses are tonight, but there's no question about who is the most successful stable in North American harness racing this year. It's the stable of George Siegel and Brian Moniston, Chicago commodity traders. They have 40 horses racing, including 20 2-year-olds and 14 3-year-olds. 11 of them have won over $100,000, and 13 of them have paced in miles in 155 or faster. That is power, that's success. And tonight, they try to win 2 Breeders' Crowns with Delinquent account and odds against. Bruce?
Thank you, Stan. So this will be the first Breeders' Crown race where 3 past Breeders' Crown winners will meet in the same race. Town Pro, Cheery Hello, Caesar's Jackpot. We'll be back. So we're getting set for the Breeders' Crown Mare Pace. Here are the current odds. Town Pro gets the rail 8-5. Delinquent account has been bet down from 5-2 to 3-2. And Cheery Hello getting away at 7-2. Caesar's Jackpot, the 1990 Breeders' Crown champion in the Mare Pace, 7-1 on the tote board. The Ladbroke at the Meadows record, Snowden April, 154-3. And the all-age world record set by Ms. Magic, who is racing tonight, 152-1. Here's track announcer Roger Houston.
Caesar's Jackpot, Candy Superstar on the outside. The gate swings around the turn, and there they go. Often pacing fast out of the gate, the 1 Town Pro down along the rail, the 2 LD's Trish fast on the outside, the 7 Candy Superstar 3 wide into the rail, the 3 Delinquent account gets away 4th, racing 5th Cheery Hello, 6th at the rail Ms. Magic trailing the field. Caesar's Jackpot as they race around the turn, going to the first quarter mark. Town Pro and Doug Brown take the field to the quarter. The fastest ever for Mare Pacers in the Breeders' Crown, 27-2 fifths. He entered the lane, passing it into the first time. Town Pro leads the way. LD's Trish racing second. Candy Superstar third. Out and moving on the outside. Delinquent Account with a tough first over. Racing up on the outside. Cheery Hello now fifth with cover. Ms. Magic at the rail sixth to the outside. Caesar's Jackpot can see them all. Past the half. 56 seconds. Racing to the backside at the 5/8 mark. It's Town Pro showing the way by a length and 3/4. LD's Trish is second. Candy Superstar third. Delinquent Account fourth on the outside. Cherry Hello fifth. Caesar's Jackpot sixth. Running the field, Ms. Magic, but they're not making up any ground on the leader. Town Pro at the 3/4. Here comes LD's Trish. 3/4. 1:24. Fastest 3/4 in the history of the Breeders' Crown pace. Around the final turn, LD's Trish on the outside. Town Pro gives way at the rail. Delinquent Account closing on the outside. Down the stretch they come. LD's Trish, Delinquent Account closing on the outside. It's Delinquent Account on the outside. Giddy up! 1:54.2. Second to the wire, LD's Trish. Closing for third, Caesar's Jackpot.
So Delinquent Account gets up. It is a track record at Ladbroke at the Meadows, 1:54.2. Delinquent Account second in the Breeders' Crown last year, losing to Town Pro. And tonight, she turns things around. Brilliant on a 5/8 mile track, and she showed it once again tonight. You know, Delinquent Account is just 4 lanes shy of an undefeated season.
Bruce, an amazing effort here by Delinquent Account. She remains the queen of the hill here, pulling first over and still having enough left in the stretch to get up over LD's Trish, who just happened to come away with the perfect pocket trip. Looked like she might be a winner for a while. As I mentioned in the post parade, she was not up to this fearsome foursome, and she just missed, but Delinquent Account certainly proved herself tonight.
Trained by Bob McIntosh, owned by George Siegel and Brian Moynihan. This on the road again, Bay Mare. Out of the Brett Hanover mare, Al Dente comes home in the Breeders' Crown mare pace and sets a track record in the process. We'll be back. So the Magic Man, Bill O'Donnell, with his first Breeders' Crown victory in 3 years, his 10th overall, and the Hall of Famer doing a sweet job with Delinquent Account in the winner's circle, making the presentation. John Long, Vice President of Ladbroke Racing Management, John Swiatek, Vice President and GM, Ladbroke at the Meadows, Paul Silverglide, and Max Harris, also of the Ladbroke Racing Corporation. Here are the prices. Delinquent Account was bet down to 8-5, returned $5, $3.20 and $2.80. LD's Trish was second, $11.20 and $3.40. Caesar's Jackpot finished third, $3.40. Once again, track record time, 54-2. Here's John Pavlak.
All right, with Bill O'Donnell. Bill, just a magnificent effort. You really made 2 moves. You came out a little early, but put her back in a hole.
Well, I come out and, started her to go, and they were just going so much, I really couldn't advance much, so I just give her a little rest again up the backside, and she get up, and I worked my way up, and Mark come out of the 2-hole there, which worked out really good for me. Got her back on the bit, and she started pacing strong again, had to stretch, and then she just got by that other mare, which is, a gallant effort for her.
All right, we're going to pick up the replay. As you're going down the backstretch, second and final time, you finally decide to make the move. What told you to come out then? Did you see the front end weakening a bit?
No, not really. I just, I was working my way up, and I just wanted to get up in contention because, she's not a giver-upper, and I thought if I could get up handy Town Pro, I didn't know if I could beat her, but I just thought if I could get up there, I'd finish with her anyway.
LD's Trish is a very fast mare, and with a trip like that, she was tough to beat.
No question. I mean, she's been a great mare since she was a 2-year-old, and so is mine and Town Pro. I mean, this is as good a bunch of mares you'll ever see race, I think, together.
And your winner is the best mare anywhere right now?
Well, tonight she was. So she's been for a couple of 3 weeks, but yeah, she deserves the honors for the end of the year, I think.
Very good. It's been 3 years since Bill O'Donnell's been in the winner's circle. It's good to see you back, Bill.
For a Breeders' Crown, John.
For a Breeders' Crown, I should say, exactly. Sometimes, Bruce Beck, it's not how fast you go or how much you make. It's the quality of horses you beat. Delinquent Account beat the best field of mares tonight. Back to you, Bruce.
So Delinquent Account, bred by the A La Carte Racing Stable, Pico Rivera, California. That's the stable name of restaurateur and harness racing enthusiast Willard Smith. LD's Trish was second last year, and there's the rest of the official results of the Mare Pace. Delinquent Account now on the season, 16 starts, 11 wins, 5 second-place finishes. Any question about divisional honors?
Well, not in my mind, certainly not in Bill O'Donnell's mind. He pretty much pointed it out there that she deserves divisional honors this year. She's been absolutely wonderful her last several starts and throughout the season, and I have no question in my mind that she was the best on this racetrack tonight. She was out there a little bit, went back to the rail, as John mentioned, and she's been superb. As a matter of fact, Bruce, speed is not held up tonight. Town Pro, Peach Pit, No Sex Please, all on the front, all faded by the top of the stretch.
But in this past race, it was suicidal fraction.
Absolutely.